Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? Dear friends, my name is Abdul Khalik. We often talk about the successful people, the people who became a success because of their good habits. What are these good habits? Also, we talk about the people who are a failure, the people who could not succeed, and what are the bad habits of these people who could not succeed in their life. Today, we have taken another slightly different subject, and that is what are the habits of underachievers? What are the habits of those people who could not achieve what they should have achieved? Although we cannot call them as unsuccessful people, they are not unsuccessful people, but they are not as successful as they should have been. So, we have, after a very careful consideration, after a bit of research, we have enlisted some 15 habits of these people which does not allow them to move forward in their life, to develop and to prosper in their life. I think that each one of us need to know what are those 15 habits, so that we will reflect upon us. What if at all any of these 15 habits are there in my life, so that I could get rid of those habits, and I could become a person who is a proper achiever and not an underachiever at all. So let's look upon these 15 habits. The first of all, it is living in the past. These people live in the past. They don't live in the present at all. Mean they keep thinking what happened in the past, maybe because they are of the view that their bad life is because of their bad previous life. So I think, or maybe some of the people are of the view that my good days are gone and I was very enjoying. I was very happy in my previous life. Now I am unable to become a happy or a successful person. I think, whatever the reason, we should simply learn whatever we can from our previous life, and then we should start living in our present life. The past has nothing to do more than what we can learn out of our previous life. And the second thing is, the second bad habit is fear of failure. Fear of failure. These people who are unable to succeed and achieve much, the trouble with these people is that they are afraid of the failure. They are thinking most, they are thinking more about their failure instead of their success, because they are of the view that they will fail. I think this fear of the failure make them a failed person and does not allow them to succeed at all. So I think that this failure must be conquered, because the failure is not bad, not bad at all. Simply we need to learn out of every failure, out of every mistake, and then carry on those what we learned, so that we could take advantage of this learning. The failure is a learning and nothing more than that at all. So the third bad habit of the underachievers is over planning. Planning is something good, but since the excess of everything else is bad, in the same manner, over planning is bad, because there are people, and I too suffered from this for a lot of time. I think this over planning, this means that a person is seen thinking about their future for all the time, for most of the time. We need to stop thinking much. We need to plan. Planning is important, but as far the over planning is concerned, the over planning is equal to the overthinking. We should not be overthinking at all, because this overthinking deprive us of our ability to take the decision, our ability to take the initiative, our ability to implement the plan we have just made, the decision we have just taken. I think that the overthinking or the over planning must be stopped if at all we don't want to put ourselves in the list of the underachievers and we want to be a proper achiever. Now, the fourth bad habit of these people is that they are avoiding the responsibility. They don't take the responsibility. They are seen avoiding the responsibility. Why not to take the responsibility? I think avoiding the responsibility mean putting the discredit of your failure upon another person and blaming the other people. We don't need to blame. We should stop blaming, and we need to take the responsibility. Those people who don't take the responsibility, they never ever succeed in their life. So be a responsible person by taking the responsibility. And the fifth bad habit of these people is that they are neglecting self care. I think this self care should not be neglected at all. Rather, it is being said quite often nowadays, take care of yourself. Our loved ones are seen talking, instructing, are suggesting us, advising us to take care of ourselves. Why not to take care of ourselves? We need to take care of our physical well-being, our mental well-being, our emotional well-being. I think if at all we don't take care of ourselves, who else is going to do that? So for all that reason, it is very important indeed to take care of ourselves. And the sixth bad habit of these people is that they refuse to take help even when it is needed. They refuse to take help, although it's a very bad attitude, because we are not an omnipotent person. We are not a very intelligent person. We are not a super intelligent person. So for all that reason, everybody everybody needs the help from other people at certain occasions. So why to refuse the help from other people? Every time we are in need of the help, I think that we need to go to the right sort of people, going to the right sort of people and seeking the help of the right sort of people. And that is really important. And now the other thing about these people, the seventh bad habit of these people is that they are seen ignoring their passions. Their passions are very important. Everybody's passions are very important for the reason that it is a big source of motivation. It is a big source of energy. So why to ignore the passions? Because the passions are life. My passions is my life. If at all I take out the passions out of my life, nothing will be left. My life will become very much dull. So all the excitement is because of the my passion. So I need to pay proper importance to that. And now the eighth bad habit of these people is the lack of consistency, lacking the consistency, because that is really a very bad habit. Consistency, no matter how little we are doing, but if at all we are consistent enough, it will actually mean that we will succeed, and we will succeed inshallah. So, my dear friends and fellows, be develop a consistency and doing the things one off. It will never ever produce the result, but even a smaller action, a smaller contribution, a smaller participation, and a small work on a daily basis, on a very regular basis, will produce a great result. So I think that never ever do this thing, and always be a very consistent person. And now this ninth bad habit of these people is that these people have consciously accepted the mediocrity. Why to accept the mediocrity, and why not to insist upon the outstanding the outstanding position. So dear friend, if at all we have accepted the mediocrity by our mind, it means that we will remain a mediocre person for all the time. So my dear friend, the 10th bad habit of these underachievers is that they are neglecting the personal growth. The personal growth must not be neglected. I think growth in every respect, in every way is important, but as for the personal growth is concerned, nothing is as important. As for all the other achievements are concerned, I think those things are okay. Money is okay, all other things are needed and important at the same time, but as far the personal growth is concerned, I think it is more important and more important than anything else. So I think the 12th item, the 12th bad habit is that these people do not believe in themselves, in their capabilities, in their ability to succeed. I think that will be called a kind of lacking the self confidence. We should not be lacking the self confidence. Rather, we should be brimming of it. We should be brimming of the self confidence. That is for all the people who want to become an outstanding person. The 13th habit, the 13th bad habit of these people is, these underachievers is, that they are seen resisting the change. I think never ever resist the change at all. The change is invincible, the change is inevitable, and the only thing which is permanent here in this world, that is change. If at all the change is so powerful, the change is inevitable and unavoidable, so why to resist the change? Rather, we need to accept it, we need to embrace the change. There will be certain new challenges indeed, there will be certain new challenges indeed, but we need to learn how to manage, how to tackle, to tackle these challenges, and how to somehow pass on the obstacles, the hurdles. That is really important. And once we are doing that, there will be a lot of increase in our self confidence. And not only this thing, not only the new challenges are there in the change, rather there are new opportunities available, hidden in the change as well, hidden under the guise of the new challenges and the difficulties. So opportunities will be there as well. So never ever resist the change at all. Rather, get yourself ready and fasten your seat belt for the change, and the change, and the change, the new challenges, my dear friend. And bad habit the fifth bad habit is that these people are seen quitting so easily and giving up so easily. That is one of the worst things. If at all you want to become an achiever, if at all you want to become a winner, so never ever do this thing. Why, my dear friend, why to do that thing? It is usually said that the winners never quit and the quitters never win. So we want to become a winner and we don't want to become a quitter at all. My dear friends and fellows, this is so important. Also, it is said that there are green grocers and there are mountain climbers. So we don't have to become a green grasser. Those people who are seen that the grass is greener there, they go there for some of the time, they graze from there, and then they think the grass is not so green, there are not much opportunities, they will go to a new place and yet to another place. I think that we don't have to become a green grasser, rather we do have to become a mountain climber. The mountain climbers do understand that this will take time, this will take lot of effort, but I will succeed inshallah. I shall be able to move forward because the struggle I'm doing, because of the sacrifices I'm making, all of that is worth doing, my dear friends and fellows. So never ever give up, keep struggling, and ultimately you will succeed. So these are the 15 bad habits of underachievers, for those people who are unable to achieve according to their capabilities and talents, according to their potential, according to their resources. So we need to search out, we need to dig down and we need to reflect upon ourselves. We might be having some of these bad habits which we need to overcome. As soon as we do overcome these bad habits, I believe that we will be out of those underachievers, and we will be including ourselves amongst the people who are really successful, who are genuinely successful, and those people who are winning, those people who are thriving here in this world. Thank you very much, dear friends.